Water.
Mm.
Water.
Oh.
Water. What it does, what is poppin', what is crackin' lackin', everybody. My name is C.
My name is No Sean.
And I am Uncle D.
And welcome to episode 79 of Bad Habits. We in the building. We back. 2022. It's January. It's cold as flittuck outside.
Yes.
But we here.
Mm-hmm.
When's the... Okay. Actually, it's probably a dumb question for you, Nose, but when's the last time you went outside? I haven't been outside in almost 2 weeks.
I've been outside, but I haven't been to a grocery store in like 3 weeks.
How far'd you go outside?
Not far. Like literally just out and then the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's horrible. My apartment's cold. Like it's freezing everywhere.
It's
so cold.
trash.
Not like
Yeah, it's currently 16 degrees in my place. You know what I mean? Got a little thermostat by my plants.
not too bad.
That's not so
shit.
bad. Yeah, that's actually...
That's fine.
That's
During
not
the day,
optimal.
No, it's not good inside. I like it cold. Also have to pay for the heater. It's quite a cut. So I just chuck on the clothes, mate.
It's the only way to go. I feel like maybe there's a thing. I know we've all lived here. I mean, not you, Dan, as much, but we've been here long enough to know this is a thing. But it seems like, and people in our building, we have like a Facebook group for this building, so people can, I don't know, just communicate, which I like. And people are saying now, like for the last couple, basically since it got cold, I feel like this is the worst the heater has performed. So I don't know if it's like extra bad winter because we all have a selective short like weather memory. I always forget. We always act like this is the first time we've felt it. When I say we, I mean literally the whole country. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's minus." I'm like, "Bitch, this happens every fucking year." But I feel like this has happened for this whole past week was basically minus 30 every day, and then next week is almost the same thing. I think there's one day where it kind of like comes back up to like, single digit minus, but feels like double digits. But it just feels like the buildings can't keep up. At least I'm, based on yours and ours. But anyway, it's fucking whack.
I wish my building had fucking centralized heating of some kind. It's all individual, so that's why it's trash us.
Interesting. So we have an individual one too. Actually, no, it'd be the same. Yeah, and you turn it up as high as you want, but we have to use a space heater because it hasn't been, it just hasn't been enough.
It's not enough. I want the heater. If I touch it, it should hurt me. That's how hot it should be.
Yeah.
But it's not
particularly
hot.
when it's by the door.
It's not hot at all. I can touch that all day. It's not
Yeah.
hot at all. It's ridiculous.
It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway,
So
look
cold.
at us old men.
No, fuck it.
Hey?
Love a good scolding.
Yeah.
Blokes.
Yeah, exactly. I
Fuck,
don't want to be
mate.
scolded by my whole
Button us up.
That's what I want.
It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway.
Yeah.
We had to get our weather talk. We haven't done weather talk for a
I
while.
know.
That was like
Yeah, we
our
haven't
thing.
been watched for many an episode. That was actually quite a good return. Well
Yeah.
done, boys.
I feel like we're cranky old men, 2022, you know the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mhm.
It's that kind of thing.
It's winter. What else are you going to complain about? The weather's a piece of shit, so let's have a chat.
Right? I do feel bad because you have to go out. What do you do when you go to one of your jobs? What do you ride a bike or you take a
Most of
transport?
the time, yeah. 'Cause, I hate TTC because honestly, people are fucking trash. People will go to cough and lift their mask down, or go to sneeze and lift their mask down. It's like I want
Really?
to punch cunts
Oh.
in the fucking head. It's genuinely stupid. So, yeah, I do layer up and ride my bike. It's not far away.
Okay.
And then, so unfortunately, I think it was on Thursday, I rode in minus 26, and it was honestly fine. The only thing that was sore was the only part that was exposed was like literally right here, and my brow was fucking freezing, cunt.
Gosh.
That was it. Otherwise, I was absolutely solid. Not even no word of a lie, just my face.
All right. So if you have the right gear, that's the solution.
Yeah, and I don't even really have the right gear. It's like mostly good. Like if I had a better jacket, I wouldn't even, I guess if I had one of those fucking, what do you call it, balaclava ski mask joints, it would be different. But yeah, man, that was the first time I've ridden in that cold. Usually when I trail ride in the actual mountains / ravines, the coldest I've ridden in would be like -9, -10. And that's with like zero wind. I wouldn't leave unless the wind is like fuck all, because that will just change your whole day. So yeah, that's the only reason I've been outside, but I do wrap up like a Eskimo, and it's honestly fine. But some people are just winter warriors. They cycle the whole year round, and I think there's something wrong with them, because there's certain days you just physically shouldn't ride. People shouldn't be outside, and then I'm talking about Toronto cold, and then you put in Montreal factors, then people are just fucking freezing on the sidewalk, dying on the spot. in my mind. So like,
Yeah.
I just don't know how people do it. But I did my crazy white person winter riding moment. So I've done it, and I'll put it in the books.
And then we move on, and we stay warm from now on.
Can't wait for springtime so I can just do some skids in the dirt, mate.
So we're probably we're only technically 1 month into winter, technically. So we're still got 2 months to go. Fuck, I didn't want to think about that. I keep thinking March. Do you know what was good, though? I don't want to keep talking about weather because it's already been 5 minutes of weather time. Last year was dope. When I say last year, I mean 2020.
Last year wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad at all.
Because do you remember, actually last year being 2021, the winter, it didn't snow, it didn't get really cold until December. Like all October, November was mad chill in 2020. Then in 2021, spring came right at the end of March when it's supposed to.
Yep.
Like it actually, all the temperatures started dropping and things started happening. I remember for my birthday,
for your birthday, it was so hot.
It was 23 degrees on my birthday
in
April, and then
Mother
it got
Nature
cold.
is healing.
Well,
that's what it was, because no one was outside. Mad lockdowns. Mother Nature was like, there's no cunts around. Fucking, I can do my thing, mate.
So I wonder what will happen this year, being that things mostly got back to pretty close to normal for the rest of 2021. So I wonder if that'll affect it. I feel like this winter's been excessively worse than last year. I remember last year just felt like it's always bad. It's Canada, but it was pretty.
Last year there was the odd day where it was like cold, but now it's like it seems like every single day is fucking freezing. So.
Like beyond.
Yeah,
freezing.
Beyond like it's not nice.
To the point I left the house one day since we've been back from Toronto. Because I had to go to the post office, and I went. It was like whatever.
I went to the post office as well. It was like horrible. It was just horrible.
It was bad for sure. I was gonna get an Uber, to be honest, but I was like, I'll just thug it out. It wasn't smart. And then Tiff hasn't left once, so that was the only thing. And I've been
that you don't leave at all. Like today was the first time I physically haven't left the house for ages. Like even on my, I always have to get outside, bro. Like today I felt like cabin fever, like a motherfucker. So like I was gonna go. Ice skating around like 2 o'clock, whatever. And then I was just, had lunch, had a beer. I was like, nah, it's too cold. Fuck that. I'll just keep doing beats and whatever. But like, I was going to go outside, but I really should have. But today's the first day I haven't gone out for ages. And I feel like a dickhead for not going outside.
Interesting. I guess
it's like, I did get a lot of sun though, because I thankfully get lots of sun coming through the window. I like being outside. Like I just want to go outside at least once a day, whether I go to the corner store to get fucking papers and filters or something, or just anything to do with outside for a second. I just didn't do it today. I feel like a dickhead, so I like it a lot. I like being outside. I guess I'm not never really everything, but like I'm not always doing adventure things. Like I like going out for at least maybe a supermarket, grab some breakfast things, something. But I didn't do anything today, so I feel like
Well, you've got everything really, really, really close to you. Like, basically, it doesn't really get much more convenient for you as far as access to the main things, like whether it's a cafe or a supermarket or things like that. So you just have to zip. Whereas, like, for us, it's Montreal is, to be fair, Toronto's been getting shat on. So y'all are it's basically the same thing.
Everything's still close. So certain things like, there's only certain things I can do. But you're right, everything is closer.
But here we have a bit further to walk. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a bit further to walk and it's a bit colder, so it's like people have been coming drop off beers, and the closest I got was I opened the door for one dude the other day, and that I was like, yeah, that's not fun. That's enough. That's enough. And otherwise, I'm saying fuck you. I didn't give a shit.
Montreal, it's different though.
For whatever reason, I don't know why. I guess it's just like slightly higher, not elevation, but higher. What's it called? Like
cold.
Yeah, it's just higher up in Canada, technically, because you kind of go up along the river to get here. So I think it's like that. And like Ottawa's the same. Like, but for some reason, this whole area, like Ottawa, Montreal, and Vermont, basically get the same weather all the time. So I don't know what the deal is, but yeah. Shit sucks dick. Anyway, that's nearly 10 minutes of whinging. With weather whinging. Hey, look, we haven't done it for a while. I feel like people are lying. And I think people are... The world's an interesting place right now. People are kind of just annoyed with everything. So I feel like, maybe we're just aligning. And then we can move on.
Exactly.
I like that.
I like it. All right.
I like that.
Weather.
Inspirational.
Thanks, guys. You know the vibes. So, did anyone... I know we didn't really talk about music much the week before because we had the best, the end of year wrap up. But over the last, from this weekend's new releases, and if there's anything else you listened to from the week before, did anyone hear anything cool that's worth talking about?
Yes, I listened to. Well, I found like 4 significant discoveries.
Okay.
Obviously, the game and Kanye West Easy, using the Easy sample
From
from I forgot what it's called, but it's an Easy song.
oh, it's an Easy
It's
song.
an Easy song.
Oh, okay, because I don't know his shit like that.
Yeah, it's an Easy song, but I completely forgot what it's called.
Did you hear the song, Nosh?
I saw the Instagram clip, but didn't actually hear it, so no,
Nice.
not really. I heard the line. There's like that video where they're in the studio. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
so
it.
no.
It's a cool song. I like
liked
it.
I like Kanye goes in, the game goes in, like they're both sick, and like Kanye's been mad controversial with the lines name checking the Kardashians and then saying he's gonna beat Pete Davidson's ass and everything. So it's quite cool, you know.
It's very like.
I think it's just a good song as well.
Yeah,
I think it's like a really good song.
yeah. I like that they're just dropping random shit, just working and just putting shit out. I think it's fucking crazy.
There's loads of famous people in that studio as well.
Yeah, they've been hanging out.
Yeah,
we'll
Blueface is in there. Floyd, there's like loads of people. Yeah, it was weird.
We'll talk more about Kanye shortly because he's been out here. He's been non-stop in our faces. Kind of wilding. I don't know if I blame him necessarily, but Mans is out here. But yeah, that was a great song. It's definitely worth checking. I heard it was going to be on Spotify for 24 hours only.
Really?
And that was it. So I was like, when I saw it, I think I saw it like 12 hours in. I think it actually released like Friday at midnight type of thing, not Thursday at midnight. Anyway, it's definitely worth it. It's got that crazy cover with the skinned monkey, which is pretty fucking gross to be honest.
Very weird. But yeah, that was one tune.
Yeah, that's super gross.
Very gross. It's disgusting.
Apparently, Peter, I saw you bring it up.
Yeah,
Peter was having
onto them.
I know, right? Roll your eyes. I get it. It's gross, but it's like, I don't know, it's Kanye. It's art. He's not promoting killing monkeys. Like, no one's looking at that. Like, I'm gonna skin a fucking monkey.
Skin a monkey, yeah. Stupid
dildos.
I don't know. Another tune, which wasn't on the original album, but Gunna and Drake have a new tune called P Power, which was kind of cool. Like, Drake has a good verse on it.
Is that on the album? Or was it the,
no,
they did the deluxe.
I don't know if it was a deluxe or if it was just one more song. But like, let me check. I can check actually.
Because I watched the video for Pushin P with Future and
I didn't see the video.
Young Thug. It was weird, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that song was pretty shit, and like, I swear to God, like, Young Thug just mumbled. Like, I don't want to bring back because I actually like Young Thug, but it was like he just like make noises, and it was like, what am I watching? And I'm just like, I don't know. I couldn't. I was like, Tiffany said, "What are you watching?" I was like, it's this. I saw it in the email.
Interesting.
Not for me.
It had the album. So you re-released the album again with one new song.
One new song is the deluxe version.
I don't know if it's the bar is low, but it's weird. But like, Drake has a great verse on it. It was quite cool. It was weird.
What's the P thing about that? That's the second song.
I've been seeing that all over Twitter, Instagram. Like, people have been describing stuff as P power, P. Like, it's just very. I don't really get it. I don't get it. I need someone.
So some slang shit.
It's slang, yeah.
Okay.
But like new
Maybe we could look it up in a second. And
yeah.
Come back to it. Have you heard anything about that, Nurse? Have you seen talk on the interwebs?
No, I have not.
I haven't seen anyone talk about it except I saw an email about. No, I saw someone. Oh, Hip Hop by the Numbers. Shouts to y'all. They did a thing where they did how many words started with P that each of them rapped. But in that song, the whole video was like 2 minutes. So like they all barely had a verse. But I kind of felt like it wasn't the full song. So I don't know like what the deal was. And because all 3 of them are like auto-tune artists, like I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can't always understand what they're saying, and they got southern accents sometimes as well. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, bro.
Okay, it says here.
Okay.
If you're pushing P, it basically means that you're keeping it real and acting in an acceptable way. So I would say, Notion, you're currently pushing P.
Wow. Sounds like I need to take a shit, mate.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Well,
very interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
Another tune that I found. Another thing with that song. Yeah. Weird instrumental. Had loads of girls moaning in the background. It's fucking.
I didn't even notice that.
So weird.
Interesting.
But you could bat one out to it.
Yeah, you probably could.
Imagine.
But like, I like Drake's one. It was great. Another thing I heard was Lil Wayne featuring Alan Cubas. I don't know who that guy is.
Featuring who?
Alan Cubas.
Okay.
Like, called Cameras. And Lil Wayne just kills it. So good. Like, ridiculously good.
On your way.
Like, so good. Great song.
Okay.
And another thing I listened to, Colours released it was a little thing with a UK artist called Nux. I don't really listen to him too much. but it was two of his songs, Alpha House and Bando, and it was so good.
Was it like a medley, like back to back?
Yeah,
or they did two separate things.
Back to back.
Cool.
It was really good. Like I don't really listen to Nux like that, but like that was so cool.
Yeah,
like really cool.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's what I discovered this year. This year?
What kind of?
This year still?
This year? It's
only been 15 days.
It's valid.
16
Love
days.
it.
Valid.
All right, good shit. Nosh, did you hear anything funky?
Not too much shit come on my radar, but I did watch today the Tiny Desk from Corday, because he has that Bird's Eye View album out, which is I haven't heard all of it, but seems to be fucking absolute ripper. And yeah, you know, everyone loves a live, intimate, cozy Tiny Desk, and man, he's definitely got like he's going in the from what I've heard from him, he's got his like rap talk shit, braggadocio, my dick's bigger than yours raps, and then he's got his I did a band, I'm gonna sing for a bit, Mac Miller kind of direction. Not exactly Mac Miller, but like, you know, that kind of evolution where he's gone from spitting bars, having fun being a kid, because he's fucking 20, he's a kid, but then he's got this grown approach, really nice, you know, head on his shoulders, and he's just, I don't know, musically inclined to just take it there, and that was a really, I don't know, it's a dope. I like what he's doing. I like the direction he's going in. So they have the whole band and shit.
Cool. Really
makes a big difference, and he's sung a lot, and he's got a good voice. There's certain registers that he can't hit, but he went for it, and it's hilarious, and I love it. And yeah, he had like fucking 6 backup singers behind him. It looked like a library, someone's study, an elaborate, grand, mahogany, rich study. So anyway, that's a big event. I think that's worth of watching. It's only goes for like 10 minutes long, but it's fucking proper. So shout out to Corday.
Man, that's great. Well, I'm definitely gonna watch that tonight, and I listened to the album today. It's fucking great, really solid.
Sweet.
Had massive guests. Eminem was on a joint. Stevie Wonder.
I saw that.
Her, Lil Durk. Everything is great. It's basically
Wayne as well.
Wayne on Sinister. Yep, they had that. That was one of my songs of the year last year, because that was when he dropped a few singles. So I'd heard a few of the songs. I think even the Eminem song might have dropped too. But you described it really well. He's it's sort of like he's got the rap stuff, like the rap, but he kind of just it's like the type of artist that we just like the conscious, soulful, the intelligent wordplay. Like you said, he's mad. I don't think he's 20, is he? Because I think he's dating Naomi Osaka, and I think she's
22. He's mad young. He's mad
like
young.
Early 20s. Yeah,
he's 24.
No, 24. Okay.
Yeah.
So
cool.
You know, super young, but to be that skilled at that age, you know, I think he's the future, man. He's like the coolest young cat in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think
leader
anyone's
of the new school.
Yep, it's just dope because like he's got, like you said, head on proper. He's wifed up a non-thoughty, very successful woman who he talks very highly of, and they seem to really like work well together. I love Naomi Osaka. I think she's fucking awesome. There was like a doco on Netflix or something that I watched, like a 3-part thing. I just think she's the coolest. She's awesome, and I think they're fantastic together. Like, you know, him always there in the stands, fucking yes, like, you know, going nuts when she's winning and stuff. Like, I don't know, you don't see that. The reason I like it is you don't see that from the young kids a lot these days. It's all about like fuck bitches.
Is that his missus?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know who she is?
Successful tennis star.
No, yeah. I don't know that name or anything. Yeah.
Okay, so her mother's Japanese, her father's African. No, from Haiti. Right. So she's.
I shall Googs.
Yeah, definitely look her up. She's like the number. I think she's number 1 in the world, if I'm not mistaken, or she was. Maybe not anymore.
Let's have a look.
But she's dope. There was the doco showed her, like, you know, she went and started a tennis program in Haiti because that's where, you know, the family's, the dad's from, and she's been back to Japan a lot and doing stuff out there, and like she's sort of in this interesting middle part as a mixed kid. What's it?
Number 14 right now.
Okay, what's her highest? Does it say? She's 5'11". She's my height. Dang.
Okay. Career
high number 1. So she was
Jan 2019.
Okay.
Nice.
So, you know, maybe I think she took some time off. She took like a mental health break or something.
Yeah,
like,
I know that. Yeah.
They're just like her and Corday, just like I don't know. I was going to say woke, but that's not necessarily a good thing anymore. Just like really like switched on young kids who are successful and navigating the world in a modern way that without being fuckwits. And I just like it. I respect it a lot, you know?
Super rare.
Yeah, it really is. And that's what I was saying, sorry, before, that like a lot of music and culture, I don't want to just shit on music, but like culture applauds and encourages promiscuity and like fucking, particularly for dudes, fucking bitches and, you know, bragging about that. And then for women to wear the least possible, to use your body as your only asset. And to show that off. So like you get these more superficial relationships and these conversations that when you hear people like Joe Budden and all those dudes talk about relationship stuff, I just feel sad for them because I feel like y'all don't know anything real. None of y'all do. Like you don't know anything because you're just so caught up in this fake shit, like this everyone just fucking bitches stuff. And look, that's all has its place and everyone needs to go through it, but it seems like that's the only thing that's people, what's the word, like the only thing that like anyone wants to talk about. Like it's not cool to be like, yeah man, I'm wafted up and I'm really happy and everything's great. And you know, like, you know, Corday, I was listening to it today. After I listened to the album, I checked out one of my other favorite songs from him is called Dream in Color. I think it came out in 2020 off that little 4-track EP. And he said something about my girl like bailed on a tennis tournament to meet my grandma, like she's the keeper or something like that. I'm like, that's fucking sick. She could have made millions of dollars winning a tennis tournament, but she left to meet her boyfriend's grandmother. It didn't like, no, okay, I'm gonna do that. Like that's I don't know. And all of those, and that's like, I think it's just seeing them separately and just watching them both win independently and then support each other. It's just very, very cool and rare. So I'll fuck with them both heavy.
That's what's up.
Fuck yeah. All right. So there's a bunch of new music.
Yeah.
There was some other stuff that came. I think The Weeknd dropped the deluxe version of the Dawn FM album, which I didn't check.
I didn't check either.
Might check. I'm sure Tiff will play it eventually.
Deluxe?
Yeah, it's like a deluxe. I know. That's what they do. They do it the following week. It does last week. Oh. Yeah. So they dropped 2. That's why even Relentless, we have the deluxe.
I think I didn't realize because it's the same cover.
Yeah, some of them do that. I don't know why. That seemed, or it's like slightly.
It says in brackets alternate world. So I don't even know what it is. Is it like?
It's the same cover. That's why I didn't notice. Okay.
I wonder if it's like the exact same songs or it's just got things tacked on the end. I think. Oh, it had like remixes. That's what it had.
Oh, okay.
There was like 3 remixes or some shit from like, what's it called? What's the Bicky's music called? Oh my god, I'm having a break. Electronic dance, EDM.
House music.
Yeah, EDM. That's what it is. House music. Yeah.
EDM.
So we had like that sort of stuff. But anyways, yeah, there's a few other things. I was scanning through the songs. There was a couple joints. Russ had some new joints and whatever. I didn't really get too deep into it all. I always look at the hip hop by the numbers thing, and I don't know. There hasn't been a lot that's been interesting to me recently, but I guess that's what happens at the end and start of the years. Like it's usually pretty quiet. I'm sure.
Bit
like
of lull period.
Yeah, which is cool. Gives everybody a bit of a break. Or if you're big enough, as in like you're large, you know, you got enough stature as an artist, you could drop some shit now and break through easier because there's going to be less competition for the most part. So I imagine it'll start picking up more as we get to coming into February.
Good strategy.
Yeah, it's. I remember. Yeah, a lot of people say don't drop probably from like second week of December onwards, and I think for January you probably wanted this week. What day is today? 16th. So this is about the mid-month type of thing. So this is the earliest you probably want to drop in January. So it's almost like you want to take that a solid month off because that's when people go on vacay and just checking out and not.
Everyone's just jerking it.
Just belting it, mate.
Just giving it fucking solid belt and just like just running through.
Fucking
jizz rag. Anyway.
Episode's called Jizz Rag.
I don't know about you. That's what I do. Just fucking belt it, mate.
Caesar effed, mate. Caesar effed. All right.
You know what I mean?
You're fucked, mate. You're fucked, but I love it.
That's
all right.
true.
What else we chatting with? You want to get into some news? See what's going on?
Go on.
All right. Well, I guess the what do we have? I just wrote 2 things down before. Okay. So Kanye. So obviously he's been in the news for a bunch of things recently. He's been like. I don't know if we talked about this last week, but he's been like out here. I don't think he's happy. He's just like
man's needs to cuddle still.
Yeah, I think he's going through a lot, you know, with the Miss X and all of that stuff. So what's some of this shit that happened? So he apparently was blocked from going to his daughter Chicago's birthday party, but Travis Scott gave him the address, so he was able to turn up. So they were saying like Kim tried to like stop him from going or didn't tell him where it was or whatever. And it seems like there's definitely some sort of custodial dramas. We just watched the video earlier, which is pretty fucked up and pretty sad. And he's talking about some legal stuff. I'm like, if it's going there, like that's a shame. That's a shame. They have to deal with all that. So he's doing that. He's been like out here with lots of celebrities and stuff. There was this one photo with him and like Madonna and that new girl he's seen, Julia Fox, who seems like an actress or something. I don't really know who she is.
She's an
Antonio Brown, I think, who's like a football player, and Floyd Mayweather and stuff. Just out here, just with people doing shit, and it doesn't feel like, I don't know, you're 45 plus or whatever the fuck, and maybe just because you're kind of single now and fucking around. But he bust a fan up in the face. So we watched the video. Do you want to explain it? I don't know if you've got this thing here down to explain it better, but I think it was someone who just got a little too excited about an autograph.
Yeah, he said, and the guy had a real bad attitude. He said something like, "What are you gonna do?" And said blah blah blah. What else did he say? Repeat. But yeah, it's just being provoked, basically. Just being provoked.
I imagine he just wasn't in the mood.
Yeah.
He said no, and then the guy fucked with him because everybody is entitled as fuck.
He said, I'm going to just tell you, that blue COVID mask ain't going to stop that knockout, you know what I'm saying?
That's pretty fun. But the problem is, obviously, is Kanye West. He's a billionaire. These motherfuckers are going to sue. And they were saying, and obviously take him to legal action and stuff. And they were saying it up to, if he gets convicted of anything, it's up to 6 months in jail, which is really terrible.
God.
For busting a man in the face, which is, you like that one. So that's kind
perfect.
of, I thought you'd enjoy that.
Perfect.
And there was Travis giving him the thing. What else was there? I think those were the main thing. But he's just been like, I don't know, I just feel bad for him.
With a lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like there's like, and this doesn't feel like part of a rollout. You know how like with Donda, it seemed like there was, all the shit he was doing was part of the rollout, like wearing a mask everywhere, not saying shit to no one. Now he's like not wearing a mask, but wearing the same outfit all the time, the boots and all of that stuff. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's like. I think he's just living life now, and shit keeps happening because.
I don't think you'd plan to have some random cunt try to punch you in the face as part of your album rollout. That's pretty like, that's super artsy. If you really want to put that on the on the scale, that's pretty crazy. So
right?
Yeah, I don't think he's anything like that.
I agree with you. I agree. One thing I forgot. I think it might have happened this last week. So it was like 3 a.m. and I'm scrolling and I follow the Yeezy Gap account. There's like, I think it's like a fan. I don't think it's any official account. And they just post all the news and just dip, people wearing the Yeezy Gap gear and stuff. And I told you I got the hoodie. I don't know, a few months ago. It's the best hoodie I've ever owned. It's fucking beautiful. So he decided to. I didn't tell either of y'all. I just didn't think you'd be interested. But basically to do a worldwide drop of the black one and the bright blue one, which is kind of like the one I'm wearing now. This is a bit brighter, like the really bright blue. And they had like a flat. They kept the low price, so it was 120 Canadian. I think because it's like maybe 80 US or 90 US, and they would ship everywhere in the world. So I had to wait till she'd gone to sleep. I was just sitting there. I'm like, I was gonna do it on my phone, but hey, babe, do you want an Easy hoodie? She's like, what? Like, you want an Easy hoodie? The fucking. So yeah, so I grabbed the one each, but it was like $30 shipping, which I was a little annoyed about. But my friend Cam, I told him in Perth in Australia, because he's a Kanye stan, and he got them for him and his wife, and said for 2 hoodies plus the thing was like nearly $600 or something insane.
Oh my God!
It was $110 shipping alone, I think.
Get fucked, mate.
So at least, but they made it. So they did like this sort of last minute drop where they didn't really announce it, and there's also a 4 to 8 week gap for delivery.
$110 for shipping, I can't get over it. That's absolutely insane.
But they're really heavy, so I imagine, dude, shipping from Australia. I got a hoodie from Mr. Banks, and it was I think the hoodie was like $45 or $50, and it was like $50 shipping to get a hoodie from Australia.
Christ.
And dudes had sent me beer from Australia probably 3 times before, and for 4 beers every time, it's about $50 shipping for a 4-pack.
Shipping's cunty. I got some bike parts from England. They were out the dick for what is it, Judy?
Yeah, the Judy's the VAT.
Judy's so cunty.
Dude, Tiff got dude, there's nothing worse. Don't even get me started on fucking England's tax. I don't know why. I don't know if it's England or if it's Canada. No shade. I think it's Canada though. Sorry.
That's why I was laughing.
Yeah, sorry.
Like he's sitting right next to you.
Be your fucking country, cunt. So they do.
Fucking hell.
They have this thing called VAT. What does this VAT stand for?
Value added tax.
Okay, so that's a British tax.
Wait, you guys
Value
don't,
added.
you guys don't have that?
Well, we have to pay it, so I don't
Oh, it's a lot of
understand.
value that is. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tax you on it. You fucking,
You fucking dickhead.
bastard.
Give me your money. Tiff got a pair of Yeezys, whenever it was 2020 when we first got it, and I bought it from Goat, not knowing that StockX had this Canadian thing. So they don't tell you where it's coming from. It could be anywhere in the world. So you get it, you pay the shipping. So and we worked it all out, so it wasn't that much more the retail. We're like, oh, we're willing to pay that much more because the colorway she got wasn't like super hype, so it was pretty reasonable. Then we get this bill for I think it was $160 for shoes that we'd already. So the shoes that we were willing to pay with shipping came to $400 and something, $420 or something.
Too much.
Right? And then you had to pay $160. We had no choice. We were like, do we sell them? But then we're going to lose. Like, you're not going to get that back again. So we just had to keep it and take the L, and then she had this $600 pair of fucking shoes that was only worth 300 thing. It's only because of the UK. So then I discovered StockX have a Canadian thing where they let you. What's the word? What do they do? They make it to they only send you stuff from North America, so you don't have to pay all the crazy shipping. It's only from the UK though, and I've done it multiple times before, and it's a Canadian customs thing. They're fucking
DHL
dogs.
always charge you fucking.
Yeah, but it's not DHL's fault. It's Canadian, the CBSA, Canadian Border Security Agency. They're fucking dog cunts, mate, in the truest sense of the word. Fucking dog cunts. Like,
Just the Australian border security, they're absolute. They're probably like the most cunty in the world as far as letting cunts in and out.
Oh yeah, they are like
even worse since all this bullshit.
Oh, I would be petrified to go to Australia right now,
Dude. Man.
I couldn't even imagine.
We barely got let through for a funeral. You know, imagine what would happen now. Cunts would fucking.
I'm not doing it.
Search your asshole like 3 times.
Stick all things in your nose and shit. Fuck
all of them. Asshole and nose.
Yeah,
top
everywhere.
and bottom.
Mate,
every hole you got. Let me chuck something in there to make sure you're fucking not a fucking.
You'd love that, wouldn't you?
I fucking love it.
Sorry, Daniel. Sorry.
There we go.
You would love it.
Yeah.
You know what we're talking about. Sorry, Daniel.
It's okay.
Anyways,
it's okay.
the Canadian people need to chill on their taxes. So what I do, this is a tip for y'all. I don't know if you're allowed to say this or not, but when I've got like people sending me stuff from the States, now if it's from a company you order, say clothes, if I get it from like Marathon, like Nipsey's store or whatever, it's in LA, they're not going to do anything for me. But hey, can you just put like less? Because basically, I think if it's over $50, then you're going to get taxed. So, or maybe it's over $40. It's one of the two. I always tell people to put like $20 or $30 in the value of the product, because when you ship overseas, you have to put the value of what's in the package. So I just put $20, $30, man. Don't put any more. Even if the thing's worth $100, like I'm going to get charged a tax for it. So I always tell people in the States who are sending me stuff, if I can, if it's just put the low as you can. Like if it's a friend as opposed to like a
Please don't fuck me.
Yeah, I'm like, but a company won't do it. The company has to do everything through
They have to be legit.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. But anyways, little quick tip for y'all.
There you go.
What else has been happening? Oh yeah, here we go. Nosh gave me some stuff before. Wendy Williams. Can you talk about what happened with that? Because
so I went on Hip Hop DX to look at some hip hop news, and this was the first thing that was on the break-in news. So this is the caption. This is the headline: a drunk Wendy Williams, and then in quotes, stripped naked plus masturbated in front of manager before hospitalization. So it says that
hot,
blah blah blah. She, I hate these fucking articles. They have so much bullshit at the start.
Before you can even get to the balls of the article, the meat. Pause. You know the vibes.
That's it. I mean, that's it. That's essentially the whole balls of it. There's nothing else. That's it.
So obviously she had an episode. So if anyone doesn't know, she's like a TV host, used to be radio host. She actually was the one who put Charlemagne on. He started on her show and then moved on from there. But she's like a gossipy, horrible person who says crazy things all the time. I definitely think she had that crazy fall. Do you guys remember? I don't know if you ever saw the video. She was wearing it's like Halloween. She wore the costume where she looked like what's the thing? Statue of Liberty. And she had this thing where it was like she saw a ghost. She went, and then fainted on live television.
Oh, I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, look, I don't know if I feel bad for her because she's a cunt or like, I don't know. Maybe I've done. It sucks. It sounds like there's a lot of mental illness there or something. So, but she's
Yeah,
just really
it sounds
mean.
like there's an episode after splitting from her ex-husband Kevin Hunter, and she just that's it. Sounds like, and then there's like a bunch of memes and like Boosie on Twitter was talking about how she does lots of coke and stuff, so she might just be like a little off the rails, literally.
Literally. Ooh, I like that one. So.
Hey, you like that one?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. She just fuck, she got lit and she rubbed one out. Like, what are you gonna do? Like,
the funny thing, I'm
sometimes you come home from the club and you're like,
just gonna just
let it
belt
go.
it in front of your manager. Just belt it. You're
That's
like,
all you
oi,
get for that story, bud.
oi, Dan, watch me rub one out, mate. I couldn't tell you how many
I've
times
got a brand new
happens too
cock ring. Let me show you.
That happens way too often.
Yeah, Dad's like, again. I'm like, come on, bro. I got this new technique.
Come
Come
on, bro.
on. Anyway.
It's like the over-under backhand.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Like,
That's the old
it's like under the leg and over your cock, top hand grip.
top hand. Is that the reverse kanga?
Nah, that's when you take a shit.
Oh, that's the
dunny
shit on
backwards,
the
mate.
dunny backwards. Damn, have you seen that?
What?
So you sit on the toilet the wrong way,
Okay.
and then you take a shit that way.
So
in the
if you
closet.
go to a house party and the person who's hosting the party is someone that you don't like
Oh
or
my god.
pisses you off, then you just you go to the dunny and you just do a reverse kanga.
Because
in the
typically
toilet, so-
the way that the front of the toilets,
Big shit stain down the front
Yeah.
of the dunny, and it's real hard to
'Cause-
wipe it off. You gotta get the dunny brush out for that for sure.
for sure.
So what you can do if you sit on the dunny facing the wall, you have the top part available, and usually in Australia the dunny is full separate to the bathroom. So you do your poos in this room, then the other
Yes.
room is scent free, so you can
We
wash.
should
in
talk
there
about that.
with no dramas, dude. We should fully. It's the worst. So much so that I put my toothbrush in a completely separate contained area, so that when I go do number twos in the morning, then my toothbrush isn't even compromised. It's like fully sealed in its own little incubation unit, so my poo smell fragments don't get on my bristles, fam. So anyway, it's bullshit. So anyway, so you're sitting on the dunny, you're facing the wall, and you have the top of the toilet there. So usually when I've done it one time, it was hilarious. It was in Upway. It was some drongo cunt's house. Everyone was on googs. And I was just rolling a spliff on top of the dunny while I was taking a shit. And on that random time that you have a shit at a party, I did it. And then I rolled a spliff while I was there because I felt like I needed to make myself useful.
How was the cleanup? Or did you just let it sit there?
Oh, all I did was, clean myself and then press the fucking flush and fuck off.
Was there a big skiddy?
Straight down the middle, mate.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Because
crap.
the dunny, well, it was nice because the dunnies in Australia don't have that huge pool of water like they do in North America. So
Oh, yeah, it's weird. Oh, it's like normal. Like
Yeah, these are
over
weird.
here is like way
Yeah.
too much water.
Way too much water.
Why do
Yeah.
they find so much water in the
Yeah,
toilet?
the
It's
Australian
so
one kind of
weird.
like flops. Like it just sort of like it's like a little.
We
We should have a whole segment on this next
Whereas
week.
like, the North American ones are just like this massive amount of water. Then you flush
So
it,
much
and then
water.
it just empties that water.
Yeah.
Whereas Australia just does this turning over thing, which I guess
tumble
grabs tumbles. That's the word.
Yeah.
Gets
but
rid
they
of all the
also
poo.
all the poo, but they're also higher. Like as far as the toilet itself is higher, and there's
Off the
more of a
ground.
gap between. But there's less water, so I can understand here that they're shorter, so that
Avoid the splash thing.
to avoid the splash. But in Australia they're higher, but there's much less chance of you being splashed because there's just not that much water in there. Like
Let's
it's
have
not
like
no
a
water.
sniper poo and it like fucking shoots it right back up the same hole, mate.
Yeah,
Like, it's like,
that's problematic. I don't like that.
what do you get one of those?
But I don't like. You're right. So I don't know if it's like that in UK. You got a separate room. So say there'd be the bathroom, and then there'd be another door.
that's weird to me. I've been to people's houses like that. That's weird.
Okay. So
weird.
in
Love
hindsight,
that.
after being
Get
here,
the poo smell somewhere else, bro. Keep it
Yeah.
over there.
but also like if someone's like you live with someone, you got one bathroom. If Tiff's using the bathroom, then I can't go and use the toilet if I need to go. If she's in the shower or something, I can't go use the toilet, so I have to wait. And that
So
is
trash.
redundant to me. The only thing that
Yes.
would be handy is that there would be like a sink in the little toilet room, so that you at least so it's like a powder room. You know, how, like a mum and dad's the last place we lived at before we left. They had the
Yeah.
powder room downstairs that had a sink. That's the optimal situation. I think.
Love that.
So you got a sink and a mirror, and then all the little drawer underneath it that has all the toilet paper and everything, and then you got the dunny
Like
in
a
there.
2.5 bathroom, like the 0.5 bathroom, the guest
Exactly.
bathroom.
Just a bathroom without the shower in it, and it's perfect. That's all you need. So that keeps the pooper particles away from anything, but it also allows you to sort of like I don't know, you take your shit and then you got to shower and there's all poop particles floating around. Like it's just it doesn't make any sense.
Nobody wants that. I have to wait, drop me nuggies in the morning, and I wait a good solid heaps long before I go shower in the same room, because that's just like, I ain't trying to like get nude in front of my poo particles and then have to wash them off, and then maybe get them back on me after I get out. Come on, Canadians and North Americans in general aren't fucking thinking about this clean shit properly, mate. Like I know Aussies' assholes are way cleaner than North Americans. I put that on paper.
I don't know about the assholes themselves, but
in general, overall, like just the whole process is backwards here, and I've never been a fan.
Yeah, it's very silly. I definitely missed that as well. I always remember the last place I lived before I left. I had a bath in South Melbourne. I had a bathroom, and then inside the bathroom was another door for the toilet room, which was weird now I think about it, because it doesn't solve the problem of like, unless it's like
the poo smells.
Well, it traps it. That's good, but if it's like
Not
I live with not for long. Well, I guess, but it's still going to come out at some point, I imagine. But I shared the house with a friend. It wasn't my partner, so like, we're obviously not walking in on each other, fucking in the shower. Like if it was your girlfriend. You know the vibes.
Hey.
Sorry, I just walked in again, bro.
Whoops.
Whenever, like, obviously, if your missus or whatever, you can share the bathroom like that, right? Just flap the old fella around. But anyway, that was kind of weird too. So I would love to see more of that out here. I imagine maybe like suburban houses who have more space, because I understand we're in apartments and shit, so it's different. But maybe suburban spots have them. I don't know.
Just found a missing market in the home improvement TV game, so you can make a show where cunts like me and you, not actually me and you, but cunts like me and you, want to reno your dunnies and make sure you cunts got a separate shitter, and we can call it. What can we call the show?
We can call it Separate Shitter.
Separate Shitter.
No, Poo Safe.
Oh my god. Poo Safe. No, wait, we'll figure it out.
That'll be a good name.
You should pitch it to Netflix. They'll probably give it.
This guaranteed will get on there.
You'll
Netflix
get on
puts.
there,
Oh wait, we can call it Poo Improvements.
There you go. Poo Improvements.
Improvement.
You probably have to call it poop. I think they say poop here more.
Poop Improvements. There's lots of P's.
There's been a lot of weather and shit talk in this pod, huh?
Poop Improvements. Yeah, poop.
Poop
Anyway,
Improvements.
I'm here for it.
Pushin P.
Pushin P.
You know the vibes.
Oof.
Oh, you should call it Pushin P.
There you go. Pushin P. Oh, there you go. Look, all the kids will love it. Okay, so Wendy Williams, rubbing one out is what it is. Yeah, how did we get to poo from rubbing one out?
She's shit. I don't know. That's how.
No.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. So there's some fucked up weather shit happening. So I saw some video of it before Esso shared it from Listen Esso. Yeah, it was crazy. So there was an earthquake.
Yesterday.
Wow. It's crazy. Like under the water, under the ocean in Tonga, in the Pacific Ocean. And the shit was fucking massive, and that caused.
You can see it from space. They had satellite photos from space, step by step. Insane, cunt.
It was really big. So then that caused tsunamis on the west coast of North America. So I think San Diego's about to get some shit. Vancouver, in the middle of winter, is about to get.
Yeah, New Zealand, Australia as well.
They got stuff too. Probably the northern parts, like the
whole west coast of the world. The countries the continents that coast those oceans are under. So New Zealand, Australia, and the whole west coast of the states are under warning to be like on white.
Probably like Indonesia too. I guess that's in this general region. Probably other Pacific islands.
All the little ones would be like mad under alert. All the lighthouses would have the fucking the big fire, whatever, the wind, earthquake warning siren, whatever that fucking is.
That's crazy.
Emergency siren.
So that's fucked up, and I hope everyone's gonna be safe.
Very fucked up.
Did the tsunamis reach yet, or they're going to reach?
It's a possibility they will, because the waves are, I guess, they're on watch, so they're just making sure that. I know the wind could help everybody. Could like maybe subdue the fucking, momentum it has.
Right. So that's going to be interesting. Then on the other side, I saw someone we both know in Florida post that they have I don't know if it was. Did I write it down? No. There was like a what's the other thing? Hurricane, cyclone. There's something.
Tsunami.
In Florida?
There was a tsunami.
That was the tsunami in Vancouver you were
Oh.
talking about. But what was the Florida one?
Hurricane. So.
Was it a hurricane? I just know Trey was talking about it. So, Dan will just look for it. Doesn't say straight away. But he was like showing outside. He's in Miami, and he was showing tornado. Maybe. I don't know if tornadoes rain though. Do they?
I don't know.
Tornadoes like the spinny things. I don't know if the
String let's have a look.
Okay. So
brings rain too. Remember that
Brings
movie
rain?
Twister?
yeah, I remember that. Oh, okay, cool. So it's like a storm and then the little twisty thing in the middle.
Around the outside, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty gangster. Okay, so maybe fizzles for Treasure Coast, but front destroyed homes in Southwest Florida. All right, so it was a tornado. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was like, bless you. It was
Gracias.
pissing down, raining, and it looked pretty hectic out there. So that's pretty fucked up. And then up here that we were bitching about at the beginning, we've got this massive cold snap. I don't know how far it goes, but at the very least it's Ontario and Quebec, and I imagine it's
Everywhere. Probably everywhere.
probably everywhere, and like at the very least in the Northeast. I imagine Vermont, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, like all like New England is probably copping it pretty bad. So I don't know. It's interesting weather stuff going on right now. I don't know what's going on. I saw some conspiracy theories about it, but
Mother Nature's
I
tripping.
didn't get any
Deal.
answers.
Break it down.
I didn't get the
Okay.
answer. Like he was vague. The one video I saw, because I don't know how I feel about all of that with the weather stuff, but apparently
Weather control and stuff.
Yeah, the weather control shit. Which
I mean,
is,
I don't think Mother Nature's just shit itself beyond shit itself, and she's trying to repair, and we're seeing her trying to repair herself.
that's pretty plausible because we have kind of like damaged the fuck out of this.
That's what I'm thinking. But like, it's been like so much just constant bombardment of every different, motherfuckers dumping oil in the ocean the last few fucking years. Like, ever since that BP oil spill, like, I don't know.
Maybe in the 80s or something.
No, there was one recently, like not too long ago.
When
there was?
when Obama was president,
Oh, right.
in the
Okay.
Gulf of Mexico.
Like a few years ago, yeah.
Oh, the
It's
Gulf
there's
of
just
Mexico,
constantly, like, we've just been fucking the Earth right in the bum, and it's
You know,
just
there's
like
the plastic.
COVID was the best thing to happen to the
To
Earth
stop
in
that.
ages.
Yeah,
Been able to heal a little bit, just a little bit.
I guess with the slowdown of movement. That
Yeah, like the
probably-
ocean, for example, the amount of shipping containers that, I mean, recently during COVID, there's been a little more, but then when there's been lockdowns and all the borders were like fucked, there was no shipping containers going through the sea. So then there's been more whales and shit. There's been more sharks. There's been more, just cunts just chilling, just regular things happening. So I don't know. I've seen some positive environmental things, and like there's been more whales and more seals and more sharks in certain areas because there's been less cunts, and it's been people have been not people, the fucking animals and wildlife have been breeding, and it's been good.
Interesting. I mean, that makes
More
sense.
about animals fucking and shit. So like just keep going, mate. Like just let it keep it going.
Wait,
Keep it going to keep it growing.
This has been an interesting episode, eh? Fucking
Oh man,
Pushing P.
Pushing P, mate.
pushing P,
P.
That could
animal
be a good
P.
episode, man. Animal
Yeah.
P, people P, poo.
Poo.
Yeah, all the
Grabbing one
Ps.
out.
Poo improvements.
I'm
Good
smoking
improvements.
purple, so we're all good.
Mate, look at us. We should rap or something.
Yeah,
I
good.
probably shouldn't.
Nah, fuck that. Rapping's for shit, cunts. So that's all I really had for the news and stuff. If there was nothing else, we can do the fun little
Yes,
things
I
that we do.
switched up a little bit though.
Oh, Dan changed it up this week. I'm ready.
switched up.
So
So
Dan
Deep
asked
dive.
us. Tell him what you asked us for.
that'll be for the last bit, but
Oh, that's the last bit?
It's,
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
still I can still say it. So
No. Wait. Save it for
Okay,
the last
okay.
bit. I didn't mean to change you. You're
Sorry,
running the
sorry,
show.
sorry,
You're-
sorry.
You're in charge.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So right now, this segment is about. So you either vote for yourself or you
Okay.
vote for Notion, or Notion votes for himself and he votes for you,
Okay.
or he votes for you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, who hates new generation rappers more?
Notion.
Do you agree?
Way
Notion?
more.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. No objections
it
to
made,
that.
It made me laugh, so I think it's really, yeah.
Like
Nice.
aggressively so, I would say. In comparison, at this,
I guess they'd piss me off quicker than they'd piss you off.
facts. We both hated them equally when it started to change. You know
From
what
a
I saw?
fundamental point of view, and then like
Yes.
it's just more of an annoying thing now, and I just like see if Easy would listen to fucking I don't know. I guess I was gonna say you'd listen to Kodak Black, and I wouldn't, but like we both hate him,
I hate him.
as much.
I would never
So-
listen to him.
So well,
But
that's the thing.
that-
I
that was a
listen to
good
Kodak, but, like,
Wrong example, but right approach. Like, I would
Okay.
listen to Young Thug, you probably wouldn't. I would listen to Trippie Redd, and I actually like him, and you probably wouldn't. Is that accurate? Is that fair?
I mean, there's certain songs of both of those artists that I like hook wise and shit. So like, you know, it depends. Like, depends on, it's a song by song basis, but like, yeah,
Fair.
that's mostly solid.
Okay, but we hated them equally back in the day, and I think
Yeah.
I slowly, my friend Cam, I mentioned before, got the Easy hoodies in Perth. He kind of like sends me a lot of stuff, and he's like my age, but he listens to the same. He listens to a lot of the new stuff. He loves Young Thug and stuff like that. So he'd send me all that stuff, and I would do it to. All right, you're sending me the stuff, I'll listen to it. If someone I respect sends me something to listen to, even if it's not my typical jam, I check it out because, you know, I respect the person. So I kind of got used to it, and even before this podcast, I was proactively listening to all the new stuff before we were doing it for the pod. The pod made me be more thorough with it, so I check more stuff even. But yeah.
A little more diverse.
I don't mind a bunch of the stuff. I just think I'm a little more open to it than you are. Since the pod, though, to be in your favor, like, you have absolutely become more open to more stuff, I think. And I think it's changed your ear a little bit, potentially. I don't know. As a producer, maybe.
Yeah, like, I do like listening to the, you know, the garbage that's out there. And even if it's garbage, there's something to take from it. Like, whether it's, whether I think it's shit or not, I'm always obviously observing the production styles and the mixing approach. But yeah, it's been good, man. Like, fuck. I was just thinking, like, artists like Young Jeezy and Future for C&I, when those two artists came out, we were just like, what the fuck? And like had to come around and deal with all their weird shit. So I think like I don't know, I think I'm finally used to all the randomness that we can deal with today. So I'm definitely coming around more than before because I was more of a quick to hate or not, you know, hold my, you know, thought on them, my attention on them long enough. So.
Right. Boom. All right. Consensus.
Interesting. Who is the best judge of talent in terms of rappers? Like, you see a new rapper, and Nosh says, "Oh, he's really good. You should check him out." Does he usually get that right, or would you be the one to be like, "Oh, he's really good, and you should check him out"? And like, are you the best judge of these new rappers, the best judge of this talent? You know,
I'd say it's equal. If that's a possible
100%.
Equal.
I was going to say, like, we both pick out really good quality artists because I would pick more of a soulful artist, and then C might pick more of a rapidy rap.
I was going to say the other way around.
Okay, sweet. So that's the
we
thing.
We both appreciate both of those things.
Yeah, because we all, you know, we like different kinds of rapidy rap and different kinds of soul, and we both show each other those different kinds. So, like, you know, it can flip it either way. So yeah, that's solid. I like that.
Yeah,
I agree.
Look at us. Agree.
Look at you guys. Who has the most bias towards their goat?
Towards what?
Towards their goat.
Right.
I was trying to think. I would say me because of Kanye, and I feel like I have a slight more obsession with that than maybe Nosh. You think that's fair?
100%. You're definitely more stubborn Kanye stan than I am. Like, I would definitely like ride for Kanye because, like, you know, obviously he's been a gigantic influence in everything for so long. So like, I always ride, but like, I also don't know all the intricacies that you do. You definitely are more of an actual Stan fan, knowledgeable Stan fan than I. But hey, I fucking that makes sense. I love that too.
If we're going to talk about that, like, that's like probably, if I had to say like that's who my goat was, and I guess now I've took it further with the Yeezys and all that bullshit, but yeah, I can't think.
Mad levels to that.
Yeah, so that's the Kanye, but I feel like if you think of anyone else, like, I feel like we love Jay, Nas, all the other type of, you know, Black Thought, Royce, everyone pretty equally, I would say. I mean, maybe sometimes, you know, I feel like you know more lyrics to like Black Thought or Royce songs or something like that. I feel like in my head, you always knew the rapidy raps that I didn't know. I'm like, how do you know all that? Like, I guess because I think of you as someone who listens to more rapidy rap just more than I did. And I think it's because I'm a words guy and I have to work. When I'm working, I'm not listening to rapidy rap because it's too hard.
I constantly listen to soul music. I can't like do rap anymore. Like, it's just been so long. Like, I do listen to rap, obviously, but like when I hear a good song by those artists that you just mentioned, like, I will run them to the ground. So that's why I kind of know some lyrics, or even like the freestyles from Funk Flex, from Black Thought and Royce. Like, I know bars from those, and The Black Thought one, those bars aren't from songs. Like I know that from that freestyle because I've watched it fucking 13 times or 15 times, maybe even 20 times. Anyway, but I also love it so much that I take heed that I can actually remember it after a couple listens, which is, that's just how we started like getting into music anyway, because we just, memorize music quickly so then we can start rapping and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, yeah.
Good one.
Nice.
Look at us. Agreed
Nice.
again.
You. And who has the best punchlines out of you two?
I think Nosha's more of a punchline dude than me. I have them occasionally, but not that much. I would say you just do them more often, so is that accurate or is that not even real? I don't think we're really punchline rappers, to be honest.
Okay, we're not. Yeah,
No,
like
no,
I mean, I
no,
guess
no.
so. Like what you said, yeah, I guess so. I agree with that, but like we're not exactly like the battle with the setup and the fucking poof. Like we'll have we're more like conveying a message, story, or a struggle or a point of view, and then there's not exactly like Papoose or fucking Busta Rhymes punchlines in there. It's not exactly that kind of party. So yeah.
But we listen to that stuff a lot.
But we
But we don't necessarily make it.
Rap, but we don't do the obvious. Hey, get ready, listener. We're gonna do a little, they have the obvious setup. We just don't do those like a Cassidy or a fucking,
like Eminem.
Like Eminem, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm even trying to think. I just feel like the music we make doesn't require. I'm not required.
Usually, always call for the braggy shit.
Call for it. That's the word. Yeah, it just doesn't always need it. And
but we can change it to who is the best storyteller.
Ooh.
Trying to think some of the stuff.
Storyteller, I'd probably say C because like when you listen to like Relentless, it's got a whole bunch of songs that are geared around that. I guess I've done a couple of songs like that too. I don't know.
I was gonna say you because like something like Remember Me.
It's not really a story,
which is, sort of because you're writing a letter to yourself. That's a story. It's a concept.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of other joints that I don't know. I feel like you're really good with that too. So.
Word.
Yeah, I mean that's just the type of shit that we do. So that's a good question though. Yeah, it's interesting.
I guess like with the whole heart on my sleeve thing concept, I've been doing lots of introspective music, and that's the whole fucking.
And a lot of those are stories.
Yeah, that's
by
true.
nature, right? I mean, obviously, both of our music is often quite introspective, not always, but I think overall, if you compared the volumes,
introspective / relatable, because we're trying to let people in on the story and let them feel the feels of what we've gone through or whatever. If they've had something similar, if they've done any kind of like sacrifice or whatever.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I was even thinking if you put all of the songs together and you kind of like, okay, that one's like, you probably add it up. But I realized I think I've released and made a lot more music than you. But as a rapper, you're a producer. So if you look at all the beats you've made, obviously, because you're spending.
True.
Like, because if I was gonna say, if you put my catalog next to your catalog and we just go and count everything up and see what's what, it's not even fair because I think I've done significantly more from the different groups I've been in, even as a solo artist. But you've made so many beats that you've made way more beats than anything. Probably
they've actually come out as songs. You mean? Like
yes. So I'm just saying,
yeah, right.
It's not even like a fair comparison because I've released more music saying things, but I think it's because you could only be so introspective until it's sort of like, I don't know, I've said how many different ways can I say this thing about me and it starts feeling like a wank fest. Whereas like you've done less of that just because you've got less songs. So therefore you've got more ways to express it where I've probably done it and then spread out a little more. I'm just making this up as I go. I don't know if I'm right, but that's
like you've explored those. There's like many avenues and you've gone down most of those fucking streets and I haven't yet because I haven't done that much rapping.
Well, you've done a lot of rapping, but you haven't done as much as me because you're spending time engineering. Sorry, I shouldn't even take away from that. Mixing everyone's stuff and making beats for people and yourself. So, and me.
Making music babies.
Yeah.
That'll be fun to put all those on the board. I like to see that. That'll be actually fun. I should do that when I got some time.
And what, compare the catalogs?
No, just to see, like, just to actually know, like, how many songs that I've produced for other cunts that are out there. Like, what's the number? Like, I don't even know. It's
if you could chase it up, particularly ones that are released and stuff, that'd be pretty interesting to
get that SoCan money or something like that.
Yeah, all of that shit should all be registered. So, artists, if you're not registering it, like, fucking do it. Don't be silly.
Yeah, I should holler at all the kids.
Yeah, honestly, you seriously should. And that should be a part of whenever you sell a beat or whatever the fuck, that you make sure that you get your...
You register and I register, yeah.
And even if you register, because some people just don't even know, but like if you do it, but hey, and you just take control of making sure that it gets done.
I like that.
There's value there. I love that.
Love
All right, I know we did really long answers to these.
It's alright.
guys,
So
sorry.
this wasn't the one. This one you didn't agree on. This is the only one you didn't agree on.
Yeah, I think it's the only one we didn't agree on because it feels like
Interesting.
it could be either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Good
this,
discussions, though. I
It's
like
a good one. This might provoke more discussion. This one.
Okay.
So this one you have to argue your case.
Okay.
For each of you, if you have different answers. Anyway. So, who is the current best like new generation rapper? You can, if you have different answers, let me know.
I think we kind of touched on this earlier. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
we'd agree.
Yeah.
Corday. I just don't
Corday.
think. Yeah. I just don't think anyone's. I guess we kind of explained it all, but I just don't think anyone else. I might be forgetting somebody. Off the top of my head, maybe listeners or viewers might have some thoughts and be like, "Yo, what about this person?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, fuck." But like every time I think of the news, even just before today, it happened to be that he just dropped an album this week and he dropped the fucking Tiny Desk and all of this cool stuff. So we're talking about him anyway. But I don't know. I just can't think of anyone who's, relatively new. Who is? I mean, look. Could you like say that you said the new generation? That was the question. Like, is Benny and Conway and Westside Gun because they're more close?
No, because they're older.
Well, they're our age. But
yeah, they're not
but-
brand new to the. I mean,
they're,
like we talk
they're,
about
they're brand new to the
youngest
mainstream.
cohort.
They're only brand new to the mainstream. They're not brand new rappers.
Right. So I
What
don't know.
about Saba? You know Saba?
Yeah, he's from Chicago. I
He's
haven't
mad
heard enough.
Is he?
He's young. Okay.
Is he? I mean, he's part of the new school, but like he hasn't made an impact like Corday. No one's done like major label shit and had the cosigns along the way that Corday has.
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Yeah.
And I just can't think of any. I think because there's so few and far between the new generation to make that kind of music that happens to appeal to us. It's almost like they're making the. It's like new school Fontes type of thing, like that type of stuff. So I can't think of anyone else that. I bet you there's probably other people, but I think overall, which sounds like we're on the same page with this. I think Corday would be the best one going. But once again, it's a little convenient that he happened to drop this week, so he's front of mind. You know?
Sure. Okay, so who's the worst new generation rapper?
Great one. I really dislike Kodak Black, but there's probably people who are worse. Are we talking like?
Do you think he's new gen?
Like, is he new though?
He's not.
Is he
Yeah,
new?
right.
He's been around
He's
since
been there for a while. He's been in
over 7 years. It's been in like the mainstream.
Lil Pump? Was that not?
Lil Pump.
He kind of disappeared though.
That's the thing. He disappeared. That's the only thing.
So,
You could maybe.
are we talking like lyrical or just shit music? Like their lyrics?
Just who you
Cross the
don't
line.
like. Just who you don't like.
Who do we hate?
Notion's got like a whole list of new generation.
Anyone?
rappers.
I honestly can't think. I don't even like, bro. I don't hate anyone. It's all love, always. Like,
Yeah, there you go. That's the vibes.
Even dumb cunts, like straight up, love everyone.
I'm just trying to think who. Okay, say if we like just be like, hey, it doesn't mean they're bad. Just means we're not a fan of them. Like, I'm just trying to think if there's someone that I feel like I have an answer to this. I just can't think of it straight away. But like a new school person who doesn't really have the skill set that we believe to. Okay, no, it's gonna be. I was gonna say like Sweetie. I don't want to shit on women though. That's all. But like, I like when I hear her stuff, I'm like, really? Like, how? I know she's that they always say pretty privilege, but I think she says it actually. But she's not
God.
good in my opinion, and
I don't
she's
know.
gone really far with
Mm.
minimal. Once again, like not a shit ton of skill set. But I'm very hesitant to shit on women because I feel like women are already underrepresented in hip hop, at least as far as rappers. So I was trying to think of like the young
What
cats.
about the baby?
I think the baby's not shit. He's a one-trick pony. All his songs are basically the same. He's kind of got one flow. The other, I don't want to say it again. Meg Thee Stallion, I can't fucking stand her, which I've talked about. I'm not going to go into it, but she's also a one-trick pony. Yeah, give us some ideas. That's probably a better idea. Like, I don't hate Dirk. Pardon?
She's the female Bun B.
Not is she? Yeah.
I
You
mean,
know
like
what?
the rap style, she sounds just like him, and the flow's the same.
No. She's got no. Bum B is like he's like E40, which is like full respect, but like it's nursery rhyme shit. Like it's and
Well, that's
even,
what Meg Stallion is.
I don't think she's doing no. I don't think she's doing. No, she's got one double time flow, just like the baby, and she's got like one topic matter. Like she doesn't talk about anything except the pussy and ass. Like that's it. I don't know why she just won't go any further than that.
Hot girl shit.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. To me, that's not interesting. Obviously, it is to some people because she's doing quite well.
Yeah, you know.
But the baby is someone I'm not a fan of anything he's really done. But
It's like melodic rap. Is that
no, he's not melodic. He does like
rap. I mean, he's just auto-tune rap. That's it.
No, that's Lil Baby.
That's Lil Baby.
Fuck! So I get all these.
I like Lil Baby. Lil Baby's
So
actually
sorry.
good. Yeah, no, they're all very similar, dude.
Pissed
Like
me
I'm not
off.
mad at Lil Baby at all. I used to be, but I actually quite.
Lil Baby's good.
I actually quite like him. Yeah, keep giving us some other names. That,
Baby Kim. I like Baby Kim personally.
I hate his voice, but I'm not. I don't know. He doesn't make me mad, so I'm not like super like upset that he's winning. He's also cousins with Kendrick. What are you gonna do? Of course he's gonna be there.
True.
Keep going.
Lil Xan.
Lil Xan's horrendous. That's a good one.
Trash.
That's a real good one.
Lil Peep.
I don't want to shit on him. So he died. He's like this white dude. White
Did he die?
hero. Yeah, Lil Peep died years ago of overdose. He has like a real. It's kind of like Clarity's kind of crowd, like a punky, alternative, melodic type of stuff. It's not for us, but yeah, I don't want to shit on someone who passed.
Lil Uzi Vert.
I used to hate Uzi. Like, because of his verse on Bad and Bougie, oh my fucking god, it was so bad.
Really
so bad. Because he shouldn't be on songs like that. And I don't even think Migos, I don't rate them either.
I get shit on Uzi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hasn't come out yet. No, that's coming out on the deluxe version. But like, because I think when I wrote that verse came out, I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, how is this dude on the biggest song in the world?
Oh god.
And it's just like, I'm just offended that you're going to have these opportunities and you're going to just not deliver something solid.
To a half-assed piece of trash fucking out the bottom of your sock.
Yeah.
You shit.
Definitely not into him. Is there any other ones that come up?
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow's fucking awesome.
Fivio Foreign.
I like 5EFO. He's great.
Chef G.
I don't know him, but I know he's the drill guy. I haven't heard it. Don't want to shit on him because he'll kill you.
He'll absolutely gurks you.
I'm trying to think of anyone else. I think Lil Xan is probably the worst of all of them. If Lil Pump isn't an option, then Xan is. But I think he's not like brand new. He's been around for like.
He's been on for a
for a
years,
while.
Yeah.
I used to really hate. I haven't heard his stuff for a while, but I used to hate Lil Yachty.
Loyalty. Yeah.
Not as a dude. I always liked him. He seemed like a
With a
sweetheart.
razor.
Yeah.
Is a razor pen or razor then?
Razor Pen.
Razor Pen. I still say Razor Pen.
Do it.
I guess it's more jail yards. Like,
it sounds ghetto.
a razor
pen.
I'm actually with a fucking.
Hey.
Anyway,
It's like the least.
it's like some grave diggers, real dark horrorcore rap. All of a sudden, when that
I could do that. I'm the least gangster dude ever, though. So
Yo, that's why it'll sell, because you can come out all prim and proper, like good afternoon, spot of tea,
Yeah,
and
and
I'll
it's just
fucking
kill you, cunt.
Razor Pen.
yeah, exactly.
Any other shit ass rappers?
Oh, you know what the best one? I know who it is.
Oh.
I know who it is.
Who's the worst?
What's her name?
Oh, we're gonna do shit on the ladies again. What does she do?
She's the
Oh,
worst.
there was some. Oh
She's the
man.
worst.
Yeah,
Who is it? Where is it?
it's interesting. I feel like we pay less attention to shit cunts
Pretty much
these days.
Toronto,
now.
Toronto Birds.
Chromas? She's really bad.
No, she's bad.
Yeah.
She's bad. But I still think this one's worse. This one's
There was
worse.
some other lady that was actually dissing that one you just mentioned.
I saw that on one of those.
Trash.
Who?
Her name, was that the Lady SB or something?
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh my fuck, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I feel like they and all of the type of people that they post are just chicks that
Absolutely.
are showing their stuff and whatever. It's
Crabs in the bucket.
right? Shouts to
come on,
Chaos.
I just can't think of her name.
Was she on the song?
She did the worst XXL.
Oh,
fashion.
Coi Leray.
Is that her? Yeah.
She's Benzino's daughter.
Yeah, that's the worst.
She's fucking. There you
That's the
go.
worst.
Honestly,
That's the worst.
done.
That's the
deal.
worst.
Because she's the newest of the new. Because she was only on the XXL last year.
Yeah.
And her bars, because she's like an auto tune. I don't know how
She's a shit Playboy Carti, and Playboy Carti is not good.
Oh, he's bad.
Like,
Real
he's
bad. That's
pretty
a
bad
great
new
bad.
gen. Yeah.
Yes.
Truth.
Yeah, she's like a shit version of him. I fucking hate Playboy Carti. He's probably the worst of the auto tune ones. And then she's the worst of everybody. Once again, I really don't want it because I feel like this women cop is so hard with all this shit. But I'm sorry, if you're gonna be in this world, it's you're entering your shit into it. So
Looking for trouble, mate.
yeah, all right, let's keep it going.
Who's the most important rapper to the scene right now?
Right now,
In your opinion, both of your opinions, you may have different rappers.
Right now, fuck, I have no idea.
my immediate thought was Kanye or Drake,
Right, the big dogs.
the big dogs. But I don't know if there's anyone like changing the game right now. I feel like if J. Cole drops something, everyone's going to stop and listen to it, right? If you think of it like that. Like Kanye puts out that song with Game, like people are going to listen to that shit straight away. Because he's not dropping that much stuff. So when they do, I mean, Donda had 800 million songs on it, but still, like, probably the big dog. I don't think anyone else on a smaller scale is... Like, I think what someone like Cordae is doing is more important than most of the stuff that makes it really pop because of the positive stuff he's saying and the message and everything. I just appreciate it and I think it's valuable. But I can't think of anybody else more than those big guys. Like probably Drake, Cole, Kanye. I mean, you could, if there's a Jay-Z verse, you could probably still argue that. If there's a Jay... Nas has been putting out a lot of music recently, so it's probably not the same. But if there's a Jay-Z verse on something... I mean, everyone's going to be talking about that.
Everyone checks for that shit.
So you could still argue that he has so much relevance that like everyone stops to do it. I don't think that excitement for a new Jay verse has gone away yet. Do you have one? Do you have one?
I don't know. J. Cole, maybe.
No.
I don't know. Love J. Cole. He's just a normal guy.
Yeah.
Just cool.
Kant's the best.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Unless Nosh has anyone else.
Okay.
I mean, I was just like maybe Busta Rhymes has that epicness because he's like, he's definitely goat shit, and like whenever he comes out, can't stop and listen. He's definitely the commander of attention, like on a Jay-Z Nas kind of established pew.
But is he the most important? What was the question?
The most important rapper to the scene right now.
Oh fuck, I don't know. Fuck.
That's why I can't think of anyone else because I think now that it's not what it used to be in the sense of there's so many artists and that everyone that people don't have like the fave anymore, whereas like in the 90s, early 2000s when there were less, you would have your fave and you'd really care about that person or the people associated. Now there's kind of like
there's just the big three.
Yeah.
And well,
which I don't know if Kendrick's a part of anymore.
Which I don't even know if Kendrick's part of. I'd put Kanye in there because he's much more relevant now.
That he's come back and made himself relevant, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. It's not the same as it used to be, where there's this one person that's dominating. Speaking of that, Kendrick announced the other day that he's doing a feature film with Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Whoa!
Wow. And it's about check this out. It's about a black kid who I can't remember if it mattered what he did. Like he worked at Best Buy or something like that.
They're doing something together after the gay fish stuff.
But wait, what do you mean? That's got nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar. What did I say?
Oh, did you say Kanye?
I don't. I might have fucked up.
Maybe I'm just off my tits.
So Kendrick Lamar and that PG Lane company that he has with a partner. So it's like Kendrick and this other guy. I forgot the Dave Free or something like that is doing a film with Trey and Matt, and it's about a black guy who found out that his white girlfriend's ancestors owned his ancestors, and then all the things that come from that. That's what it's about. It's kind of crazy. Huh?
That's crazy.
It's a comedy film. Yeah,
it's comedy because it's Matt and Trey. Like, so shit would be dope. But that's what I mean. Like Kendrick's like doing shit like that and just not saying anything, and so it's like you can't. He hasn't put out an album for years, so like I feel like you can't put him in that conversation because he's not dropping regularly enough. Like you see, Cole's out here now. Like Drake's always out here, never went anywhere. Kanye just it's kind of never really. He has his waves. He'll go and be quiet for a bit, and he'll come back, and then he'll come back and go strong for a while, and then dip again.
What about rappers like Future or Tyler?
The most important,
Yeah.
not Future, but like I don't know, is Future changing the game? Like Tyler, maybe because he's one of the most creative dudes out there. That's a good one.
Or Lil
Definitely.
Baby, people could say that.
Is it important though? I don't know. Maybe. I feel like it's a pretty nuanced conversation, but I think it all depends on what you're into, because it's not like the dudes who only listen to boom bap, who listen to Griselda, don't give a fuck what Lil Baby is saying.
True.
That's what I'm saying. It's not as simple as it used to be, because like when rap was, there was no real, it was just rap. Like maybe East Coast or West Coast, then maybe late 90s, whatever. Like, then cool. Do you like the funkier Snoop Dre type shit, or you like the darker Mobb Deep J shit? Like, it is what it is, you know. That's kind of it. Then the South started coming up, whatever. So it's more just like, but everyone kind of rapped the same. Everyone, there wasn't mumble. Sometimes you have fast kinds like Twister or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'd be there's different vibes, but now there's so many different things. So if you are typically an older cat, you're probably not going to be as excited about Lil Baby as you are for a Jay-Z verse, or a Cole verse, or a Kendrick, or whatever it might be.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
That makes sense. Who was Notions?
I think we never really had one.
That didn't make sense, no.
Okay.
I think we never really had one, but you could probably argue someone like, I still think, I don't know, Jay, Kanye, Drake, probably,
Yeah.
and Cole, I guess.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's a tough one.
So this one, controversial opinions, we can argue it.
Okay, so that's what we gave you earlier.
This is what you gave me earlier. Okay. So we'll start off with Notions. And he said that Neo Soul is the best genre in music.
I actually just straight up agree.
You do?
Yeah,
Okay.
Neo Soul is, if I had to choose to listen to anything, that's the one. Today we were cleaning that. We cleaned up the whole house. I like ripped the fridge out and like cleaned like I'd never done like anything that deep before. We had a Sade and a Badu playlist going. And
Ooh.
it was vibes. It was just a pleasure.
Totally, dude. There's like, it's the best all-rounder. It's got all of the genres put into one. You know, it's funk, it's jazz, it's soul, there's gospel,
Hip hop.
there's fucking hip-hop, there's fucking spoken word. Dude, there's everything. Like, there's like elements of reggae and shit in it, like everything. Like neo soul and soul, like just everything. The funk, everything, bro. Name it, it's got it.
Yep.
You want to fuck? It's got it. You want to clean the house? It's got it. You want to fucking chill and smoke a blunt on the couch? It's got it. Like, come on, bro. They're the three things that I do.
There are only
And
three
that's
things
it.
that I do.
That's it. Clean the house, smoke a blunt, fuck.
I like my
That's
domestic and I fuck.
Well, obviously that's the clip for the fucking
Oh my
reel.
god.
Oh goodness me!
Jesus.
It's not my Bumble profile. I swear.
No,
Maybe I should change it to that.
maybe we should change it. I feel like you get some hits.
I know.
Probably.
So we agree. Do you agree? Probably not.
Yeah,
have to.
I kind of do, but then I kind of listen to so much rap that it's so hard to agree. I don't know, but I see all your points. I see what you mean. It's because you can do it for every sort of scenario. I get that.
It's the most diverse thing, and I
Most-
always
yeah,
feel like
most
I'm never
versatile,
not in
yeah.
the mood for neo soul.
Exactly. That's also a thing because you can not be in the mood for rap.
Correct.
That's the
And it's
thing.
never a bad time if someone puts it on. And even
Yeah.
today, I mean, that can kind of skew slightly into like the more soulful R&B, because like I don't know if
Yeah.
Lucky Day would be considered neo soul, but you put him, you put Kirby, Neo, or any of those type of artists on the Anderson .Paak, exactly. Like Silk Sonic, we listened to that last night, and it's like it's just brilliant. So like it probably comes under that kind of wider, like whatever the more soulful thing, neo soul, and then you, alt R&B is kind of under that too a little bit.
It's
But
got the biggest umbrella, I think. The biggest crossover. Like if you have one of those scales that has that little, like the web scales that has the fucking different directions in which it plays, it'd probably be the widest.
potentially yes, and obviously that came from Motown or regular soul.
It
or
stems the furthest.
jazz
It's like it comes back to the most bare essential roots that we all love and enjoy. So yeah, it covers all the things.
Love it.
Boom. C said TDE as a whole are insanely overrated. Do you agree with this? No.
Very funny. It's great. It's a bold statement. I get there's a lot of facts to it. I don't know who the whole roster is. I'd have to Google it right now so I can see it on paper.
Isaiah Rashad, Kendrick, SZA, Schoolboy Q, Absol, J-Rock.
Okay.
That's about it. And by the way, I just want to clarify. I don't think any one of them is shit. I just think.
Sir, Reason,
Yep.
Zakari.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
So obviously, all of those artists are pretty fucking dope. But all I'm saying is that the way that people fucking jack off over them, I think, is overrated.
Big wanks.
Yeah. What do you guys think then?
I mean, they're not fully
expand.
overrated, but like, where are you seeing these cunts jerking off?
Yeah, I don't see enough people jacking off over.
Oh, my whole Twitter feed is people always jacking off over TDE.
I haven't heard someone speak about anyone from TDE in so long.
It's like
so not even Kendrick, like so long.
There's like a maybe right very now they're not as intense about it, but there's like an insane kind of passion that people have for their artists that I just think are like it's a little much. Like I don't know. Early, I really love SZA now. I couldn't stand her in the beginning. All of her music was so shit. I just didn't understand what people were into. And I was asking people, like, what's the deal? Why are everyone creaming like at Afropunk? Like, why do you even care? This shit is whack. Like, it just wasn't good music in my opinion. But now her stuff is fucking bomb. But I think overall, like, I don't know. I think Kendrick's really fucking talented. He's doing some crazy shit. Like, To Pimp a Butterfly is a masterpiece. But the passion that people are, like, acting like he's this prophet, I think is a bit much. And Isaiah Rashad, I think he's got some songs that I think are really dope, but I've never really enjoyed his whole catalog. It's always these kind of weird sounds and stuff. They're just like weird sounding. Like it's just I don't know. Not one of the artists is like, oh, that's my shit. Like I think all of them have joints. Every single one of them have joints for sure. Cannot be argued. But I just think as a whole, I don't know if I'm explaining this really well, but I just think it's overrated and the excitement and people like hassling like Punch and Top Dog online for the next releases and stuff. Like they seem to get kind of aggressive with those two about when the fuck's Kendrick album come, bro? I'm fucking waiting. This is how many days it's been since the last one. Like all these type of things. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't seem to relax with that shit. That's a little too eager, mate. It's like
Yeah. And the stuff is it's all really solid and it's cool. But I don't think it warrants the passion and the craziness that people approach.
Yeah, if I saw that, then I'd agree. Definitely.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen it, then that's probably why you're like, what am I?
Because that's like someone like hyping up Dreamville, and it's like Dreamville, they're all good, but like I wouldn't say anyone other than Cole is like
incredible.
Incredible. Same way.
Bass is cool.
TDE
Cole is cool. Cos is cool. Fucking Ari's great, and Patchy though. Let's be honest. I think all of them are Patchy.
Yeah.
And that's not even hating. Like I'm not hating on nobody.
Yeah,
it's like you wanted a controversial opinion. I was like, all right. I feel like the people would be mad at me for that one, but I'll stand by it.
Yeah. No, I
not too much shit stir, you know.
Yeah,
pretty valid, you know.
Yeah.
And the final one, C said, Kanye would beat Jay-Z in the verses.
I thought that was just controversial. I didn't even know if I believe it. I just thought it was controversial.
I mean, like, he's probably the only cunt that could go up against Jay-Z and actually make you think, like, ooh, maybe he might come fucking close, cunt.
I was actually just sort of thinking, because I feel like Kanye's had more... Because if you think about, like, one of the more, not surprising ones, but, like, how much Ja Rule dominated Fat Joe in the verses.
Oh.
Right? So, like, if you look at it and you're like, everyone clowns Ja Rule, and you kind of just forget the
Kanye might have the stadium status on Jay. No?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I think Kanye's had more hits that resonate with more people than Jay-Z had, and therefore that would allow him to win. Yeah, I think that's all. Super simple. It's just like...
that's a good point, cunt. Like, real shit. Because,
you know what I mean?
Like, I don't know, just thinking about it, I think... and the fact that he's a producer too, like he's the man behind... I don't know, it makes it a little stronger in my book anyway. That's fucking cool. I like that.
Jay's got... Obviously, Jay is like fucking also good. Like, he's got classics on classics, but I think there's a lot of things that matter to us as rap fans that don't matter to the... I'm thinking in the context of verses. If you go and play... I don't know, fucking...
Like, who's going to get the crowd overall?
Good Life. Who's going to get the crowd? You play Good Life and what Jay do some, like... Jay's got, like, some... Yeah. I don't know, Dirt Off Your Shoulder or whatever, but, like, yeah, Stronger would be killing it. Like, Kanye's got these hits. Like, if you think about the show that he did with Drake recently, right? All of those line up. They weren't even... None of my favorite songs. I like all there's a whole bunch of other shit, but I was like, oh, okay, that's what people are losing it for. I don't know if Jay would have enough to continually come back over that. Jay would probably disagree, but I think that Kanye just has a few more. Without looking at the numbers. If I look at the numbers, I might think differently, but once again, controversial opinion. So
that gives you a lot to think about. Like, you'd have to like fucking stack the albums up side by side, do some fucking actual
20.
crunching. You can't be picking straws with that one.
Yeah, and then can you pick features? Because I don't know if the features count. Like Jay's on "Crazy in Love" or "Drunk in Love." Was he on that one too? Yeah, like all the Beyonce songs that Jay's featured on, and the ones that were her hits type of thing. And then Kanye's obviously produced for fucking everybody and featured on so many classics as well. So like, I don't know. It's a nuanced conversation. I'd like to hear what people think though.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say that before, but you know, I only thought of it because Jay recently said that on Twitter Spaces, he said that no one can stand next to me on that stage. I think that's what he said.
Ooh.
That was his quote.
Well, drop it in the comments. Let's have a fucking chat about it.
Let me know. Tell us if we're wrong. That was the last one?
That was it.
Boom. All right, we're hour 25, a little longer than normal, but, you know, the weather talk was important. So, man's went there. So, oh, Jesus. Once again, thank you guys. Episode 79. In the what do they say? In the can. I would say in the bucket. Dick.
In the can.
In the can.
In the back of the bucket, sock, frog in the basket. You can't. Thummy.
Boom. Notice, where can everyone find you online, matey?
On the interwebs at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. At Illnote Studios on Instagram and Facebook. illnotestudios.com. Notionbeats.com. Holla at your boy Swoot. Dan?
What is it? Dan Johnson on Instagram and Twitter, and HCFGXMANG on Insta and Twitter. I'll upload soon.
And Team No VAT. Team No VAT. No value added tax. Fuck that.
Exactly that.
No VAT. You can get me at CEEFOR on Twitter and Instagram. Everyone, thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the episode, as always, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the flipping notification bell. Oh, that was good. So you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media everywhere at The Movement Fam. And Spotify recently brought in a star rating thing. So you can actually go into Spotify and rate the poddy a little 5 stars if you don't mind. And that'll help us.
Give us fucking 10, mate.
Give us 10 if you can, mate. Just go start a fake account for your mum and just fucking go and use it, mate. And go get your granny's account and fucking go and do the press out, mate. You know the vibes.
Back them up, hey.
You know the flipping vibes. It helps us a lot. We are back every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Mate, if you're in Canada, stay warm, or at least in the East Coast. If you're in like the South and it's like hurricanes, fucking, I don't know, I guess you stay inside or some shit. If you get the tsunamis on the West Coast, probably, I don't really know the answer. Just everyone be safe. It's high ground. There you go. Knows. Shit is crazy. Fucking, we're just going through day by day, guys. We'll copy you next week. Get a dog up, yeah.
3, wolf.
Wolf. Dog. Yeah, get a fucking dog up, yeah. Dog. Get a dog up, you can't. Get a water and some dogs in ya. Water dogs. Rough. Fucking water dogs can't fucking get it up, yeah. Catch you, cans.
Catch you, guys.